Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today, coming at you with an interesting cooking video in a Dutch oven. Okay, so I have my Dutch oven. What we're gonna make today is we're gonna make peach cobbler. A very simple peach cobbler. So I take one can. This is 29 ounces. This is a pretty good sized can of peaches. Okay, that's the first thing we'll need. We're going to need 1 stick of butter. And last but not least, a classic white cake mix. Now you can buy any kind of cake mix as long as it's white cake box mix. Okay, this happens to be 16.5 ounces. Now another item that you could add if you'd like is cinnamon. I forgot to bring that, to be honest with you. So I have, next to me I have a fire, and I'm going to be robbing some coals out of the fire. So I'm going to go ahead and move my Dutch oven out of the way. I'm going to end up putting it back where it was though. And I'm just going to get me a layer of coals. Take me some coals and I'm going to just set them on the ground. So I'm just getting some coals. Now you'll notice on my Dutch oven that the type of Dutch oven that I like to use is the type that has the rim around the top, and I'll explain that a little more here in a minute. The reason for that rim is so that it holds the coals onto the Dutch oven. Okay, so I have a nice little layer of coals on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and set my Dutch oven. You notice on the bottom of my Dutch oven I've got those feet. See those little feet? And then on the top I have this nice rim. That's again to hold my coals in. So I'm already on the heat. I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to open these peaches and pour the whole contents, all the peaches in the pot. It's a very simple recipe. So I'm just using a little P38 can opener here. Nothing too crazy. Don't drain these because you want to put the juice and everything in there. This is one of the best can openers that you can have in your kit because it's very small and it works very efficiently. So I'm just going around this can. Almost done. There we go. Just popped through. Set that aside and we're going to pour all of these peaches into this pot. Now from here I want to try to level it somewhat over the coals. Now it's time for the box cake. I'm going to take this whole box cake mix and pour it right on top of the peaches. One thing that I want to stress is do not mix it. So when you take this cake mix, just pour it in there. Don't mix it. The reason that I say that is because as the pot gets hot, those peaches, the juice will boil and it'll naturally mix it for you and it'll be perfect. You could spread it out a little bit and kind of make it cover the pot. From here, my last item is the butter. I'm going to take my butter and I'm just going to cut small cubes and lay it down into the mix. This whole stick of butter. I know it seems like a lot, but it tastes really good. So again, I got the whole cube here. I'm just making little cuts. Just putting them in there. All the way around. Just random. Put them wherever they fall. Obviously you don't want all the butter in one place, so we're just kind of moving them around, making sure that they all kind of have a place. Something like that. Nothing too fancy. From here, we want to get ready to get our fire going again. But in the meantime, we're going to put this lid on. And we're going to put another layer of coals on top of this pan. So let me get the shovel here. Try to do it this way. Now if you can use hardwood coals, that works better because they tend to hold their heat a little better. So there we have it. That's what we have for now. I'm going to just take this little stick and I'm just going to kind of push these coals that fell out. Just going to kind of push them up underneath there. I want to try to keep that heat going. And we're going to just let this sit for about 30 minutes and then we'll check it. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. I had to make me a pot lid opener. So I just took a branch and made some cuts to it. What this will do is this will let me take the lid off of my pot. So I'm just going to come over here, knock the coals out of the way a little bit, and voila. Looks like things are starting to cook in there. You can smell that butter and it sure smells good. So does the peaches. I can't wait. Okay, let's take a look and see how this is going. I set these two pieces of wood behind it because I want to take the lid off and set it on that. That way I have a place to put it. I don't want to put the lid in the dirt. Let's open her up. Oh wow, that's looking really good. Let's take a closer look. Wow, it's not quite done. Oh, you can smell the peaches in the air. You can smell the butter. Man, I wish I had some cinnamon, but I forgot. So you can see that this thing is starting to bread up on us, but it's not quite done. In fact, it looks like we need just a little more heat from underneath and probably a little more from the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more coals in an effort to heat this thing up a little more and kind of expedite the cooking process. So these coals that I have on this lid, I'm just going to dump them over here in the fire. I'm basically going to get some new coals. So I'm going to put the lid back on with no coals. I'm going to move this pot temporarily. Get my shovel. I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. I think these ones have died. And I'm going to get some new hot ones out of my fire right here. Something like that. Let's get a little more. I just want plenty of heat underneath this. Okay, that should be plenty for the bottom layer. Let's put the pot back on, directly on top of those coals, and let's put some more right on top of the pot. Straight out of the fire, nice hot coals. We need these coals to bake the product inside our oven. So that looks good for now. We'll come back in another 15-20 minutes and we'll take a look again. let's take a look. I have a feeling that this is probably about ready. So let's lift off this lid. Ooh, yes, nice golden brown. Look at that. That is beautiful. You can smell it. Oh my gosh. Check that out. That is beautiful. That is a nice peach cobbler there. So now I'm going to dish it up. I have a couple stainless steel pans here. There's my pot holder. Oh, you can smell it. It's just the peaches you can smell. Smells so good. That is going to be some good eating there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Look at them peaches. Oh my gosh. Nice and crunchy. It's got a little bit that's soft. It's got some that's crunchy. Check that out. That is good eating right there. I'm going to go give this to my daughter, Savvy 2002, and then I'll be right back. And I'll be dishing mine up. Here you go, sweetheart. You're welcome. Oh, nice. It's not burnt. Oh, the peaches are cooked just right. And we can let it stay on these coals. It's still a tiny bit soggy, so we'll let it go ahead and stay on these coals, and it'll continue to cook. But man, that is some good eats right there. It's really hot because it just came off the fire, but that's some good eating. So anyway, I want to say thank you guys for stopping in today with me, watching me make a peach cobbler. That is good. It's hot. So I want to say thanks. I know I just said that right. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out, with this peach cobbler. Please feel free to like this video, share this video, because it's a great recipe. Don't forget your cinnamon. I'm going to cover this up here. Don't forget, oh, that's good. Don't forget your cinnamon. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. And if you try this recipe, let me know. Maybe experiment with it on your own. Kind of tell me what you're running into. And please feel free to subscribe if I didn't say that already. That is delicious. And as always, have a beautiful day. Now, get out there, get you a Dutch oven and a fire, some peaches, white cake box mix, don't forget your cinnamon, and a stick of butter. A little sugar if you want to. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.